Hey guys, I wanted to show you this card and I was going to show you how I made it. And especially the reason why I'm showing you is to show you how I did that background. Okay, so Stampin' Up! Has what they call masks. They're really stencils, but if you hear me call them mask or stencil, that's what I'm talking about. And you always want them to lay, to get it to be perfect, you want it to lay flat and to not move. Back when we had the Stamparatus, I used that, and I still really wasn't a big fan of it because you want your paper to stay still and you want your mask to stay still. Okay, so here's the mask, the stencils that are in the mini catalog right now. We're not using this one, but I'm going to go ahead and show them to you. The sunflowers. Okay, so that's one of them. This all comes together. And then there's these snowflakes, almost like gingham sort of. And then the leaves, which is obviously what we're using. They also have two sets in the annual catalog. And you could do lots of stuff with them. You can use embossing paste. You could do lots of stuff. So, but I did this card and I was like, man, that is so pretty. And it was really easy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, this pretty peacock. It is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we're going to put that on there and I'm going to show you this simple little trick that is really easy. Okay, there's a crow outside my window. And you can do it yourself. It's pretty easy. It's probably something you have on hand. Okay, so this right here. It is on page 151 of the annual catalog. It is the Stampin' Pierce mat, $5, okay? And you can use this a lot of times when I do, when I'm using photopolymer stamps. You don't always have to do it, but sometimes I want to do that because for some reason, some of them, I just really want them to have some sort of cushion underneath them. This right here, this is Glad Press and Seal that you get at the grocery store, anything. I don't have the box for this because this is the one I keep in my room. But what we're going to do, sorry for all the noise, we are going to put this paper around this mat. Both sides are sticky, right? Actually, no, that side's not, but okay. I honestly, for using this for crafting, I don't need the box anyway. If you're like me, there are plenty of saran wrap and stuff like that half the time it's impossible to cut using the box, that has the cutter on there. All right, so sticky. All right, here's my catalog. Here's our paper. This is Pretty Peacock 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Yep. Okay. And then here's our mat. Now this doesn't cover the entire thing. It's a skinny one. It's not like the other ones that are like 6 by 6. But let's see. My hands are all sticking to this. I'm trying to just make it similar to the card I've already done. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, gosh. These masks, stencils are great. You can use them for tons of stuff. What we're doing today, is Versamark and then embossing it. You can do it with sponge daubers. I have another card that I use this with a sponge dauber. I can't show it to you. I'll explain that to you guys later. Not in this video, but in a few weeks, I'll explain it to you. But you can also use embossing paste. You can use, there's all kinds of ideas for it. And it's really great. Just rinse it off when you're using ink. If it's embossing paste, rinse it off like immediately because that embossing paste can stick. And I mean, you can get it off of there, but you know. All right. Okay, so you're still going to want to hold down on it a little bit because Versamark is very, very sticky. This is, look at that, isn't that pretty? Here's the one I use all the time. Kind of a little messy, but I think that probably needs to be re-inked. And so I'm going to use a brand new one on this, but you do want to hold it down because like I said, Versamark is really, really sticky. See, it's lifting it. To this side. There's obviously some of it you're not going to see because your circle with the big leaves is going to cover it, but it's easier just to go through it and do it like this and not have to worry about which ones show and which ones don't. My hands are going to be such a mess. Okay, so, gosh, I don't even know where to put this. Let's just put it right there for now. So there we go. All right. Here is, and this press and seal, you can reuse that obviously a lot. This has got Versamark all over it, so I probably will just peel that off and toss it away and use another one. I think for that card, I used a sponge dauber with it, with Versamark, which makes it, you know, you can get it like perfect. It does take a little longer to do it like that. All right, I'm gonna get some of my tools here to brush away some of that extra. Okay, so I just got this. If you're getting the Embossing Buddy, it comes with several different things with it, and this is one of them, which I love this thing. Okay, all right, let's move this out of the way. We're going to use that for the sentiment too. All right. Heat embossing to me, it just never, every time I do it, I'm like, that is just so cool. I know I've told this before on one of my videos back a long time ago when I started scrapbooking, and I went to a scrapbook fair expo type thing, and they were showing us this, and I had never even heard of it. And I was with my sister, and we were just like, oh my gosh, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And it still has that effect on me. It's just, it really can change everything. I do have a PDF for the autumn leaves, all about autumn leaves, on my site, and I will show you those cards at the end of this video. That suite is so pretty. You just cannot go wrong making a card. I mean, I mean, the paper, everything is just so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, you could do that. You could do it silver or gold or white or whatever, but I mean, so pretty. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to share with you that I have on my site now is things that I use in my craft room. Obviously not anything Stampin' Up! Because you know that, but there's tools, there's things I use that like the washi tape that I use when I die cut. I have a link for that. I have a link for tons of stuff, and including my very famous little trash can that hangs on my one of my drawers over behind me where I do all my work and everything. That's on there, everything. But this thing is life changer. This little thing right here, and this is listed there. I'll show you pictures of that. I'll show you right now. Okay, so this is a vacuum. And so I had like some spilled embossing powder. I mean, I try to keep it as much as I can inside the container, but you know, I mean, I use this on my countertop where I make all my cards and stuff when I'm not making a video. I use this every day. Isn't that cool? And here, I'll try not to have it fly everywhere, but the bottom just comes off and the stuff's in there. You cannot go wrong with that. So I'll put the link to that specifically in the post for this, but then I'll also give you a link to all the stuff that I have, because I have many, many things, and a lot of them are just, they change. They make things so much easier. All right, so we're got the big stuff done. Now we're going to die cut a few things, and we're going to emboss a few things, and it's all going to be pretty easy. Okay, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you the leaves. This is the oxidized specialty paper. Wow, it is so pretty. So this one with all the pretty peacock in it, I'm going to do the big leaf. Okay, this right here. I don't have any adhesive sheets on this because it's pretty easy to glue because it's big and solid. All right. Okay. So there's that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, you'll see when I show you the cards that part of my PDF, I've stamped them before too, but man, that paper, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so here's the other one, and I do have some adhesive sheets on this. I don't know if this is gonna fit on there. It probably isn't. This is not that hard to glue either. Oh wait, let's see. Oh my gosh, except for that one, dang it. All right, I'll cut another piece. We do need to do two little leaves, the ones on the side. So they don't need to be on adhesive sheets, but Okay, so here's my adhesive sheet. This is how they come. They're 6 by 12. And I just cut a piece of paper. It's 3 by 12, so I cut the adhesive sheet the same size, 3 by 12. Usually I lay this down, but I'm running out of room. So just line it up. Just took off one part of it. Okay. All right. And then we can take this part off. All right, so let's do that first. We'll do this guy. Let's see, it's too big. Go ahead and just do all of them at once. Okay. Stuck in there. And that one and that one. We'll just set those off to the side. Throw this stuff away. All right, and so with our vanilla, we're using the Stylish Shapes, which I always say everybody should have these. I'm going to use the biggest circle for that, and then we're going to use that one for the sentiment, but we'll do that last. Okay. So, come on. There we go. There's our circle. We're going to do something to that too. Gosh. There it goes. All right. Take these off. This is the embossing folder that comes with the suite, or you can buy it on its own, or however. It's distressed tile. It's 3D. So we're going to put that circle in there. I always tell everybody the embossing folders are really one of the best and cheapest ways to really change your cards because they can. We made a card, I mean, we're talking a couple years ago in one of my classes, and it was, we just did one tulip. It was when Stampin' Up, I think they still have the punch for it. But anyway, there was stamped a tulip, die cut, or punched it out, and then you put it on the card base. And, you know, the card base was flat and whatever. And then you emboss it with an embossing folder. Makes it look completely different. Okay, just gonna move this over here. Here we've got Pretty Peacock. Oh yeah, there's one other thing I gotta do. All right, I'm not gonna use my Pretty Versamark. I'm gonna use the one I use all the time. All right. Get a stamp, I'm thankful. Oh, it's not sticking to the box. Sorry. I hope this fits. All of a sudden I'm like, is this wide enough? Oh, it's gotta be perfect. Okay. All right, I'm going to heat emboss and die cut that out. Don't need to see that since we did the whole background that way. And then I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see the little lines that are on the side. We're going to do that too. Okay, so I talked about the washi tape. This is just washi tape I got off Amazon, so pretty cheap. And this is what I use now for holding my dies in place, and so they won't move when I'm die cutting. That's linked also in, if you go on my site and you go to shop, it's the top menu. If you're on your phone, it says menu at the top with 3 little lines. If you click on that, it will have the different areas, obviously shopping, my Stamp It Up website, and then also my PDFs, and then also the must-haves for crafting and the must-haves for your craft room. So like the wonderful little vacuum that I showed you, that's in there. The washi tape is in there, and okay, and tons of other stuff. All right, so let's bring this back because I'm going to show you how I did. I hope you can see it on the side. Yeah, there we go. It's on each side. It's part of these dies. Amazingly, everything in this card is, almost everything is from the suite, except for the leaves, the mask, the stencil. That is, let's see, that's the bottom. These don't go all the way, so I just line them up. Once again, great for washi tape. Well, let's see, let's move it down so it goes all the way to the bottom. I'm looking at it from, it'll look good no matter what. I love to add just a little bit of everything to my cards. You know, I've said it before, it's like, I make a card, or I don't glue anything down until I'm absolutely sure. And then I'm like, what else could I do? And then I thought, see that? It's just really, I don't know. And then this one I'm going to do from the top. Moving. The washi tape does not last forever. It has to be replaced, but when like I said, if you go there and you click on it, you'll see you get like, I don't know, like 50 rolls of it or something. I was using like Post-it notes, the like the flag type things, but those are kind of expensive. I use those a lot of times when I get a new catalog and I flag each page of something I want, and that's okay for that. And it does work for die cutting. It does work, but it's a little more expensive. Okay, so we're done with that thing. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the card. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing everything down because the leaves hang over the edge. So, come on. Oh, there it comes. All right, getting stuff all over me. Just wanna center it as best you can. I had it more towards the top. All right, glue this down. Then we need to get the stuff out of the die cut stuff out of the dies. That skinny stuff like that, it likes to stay in there. All right. All right, this one. These are on adhesive sheets. Sometimes getting the adhesive sheet off of a skinny, intricate die like this is not the funnest thing. Okay, let's see if this will work better. There we go. Okay. I mean, just gorgeous. Paper, especially paper. I think I own all of it because it can really, it just puts a wow in so many things. Okay, so of course this needs to go under there. Okay. Okay, this one goes under here. It takes it a while, especially with a really thick embossing, like the 3D embossing folders do. You gotta really press down on it. Look at that, isn't that cute? All right, and then this is on dimensionals. Oh. Oh, I took the, well, whatever. Okay. Having some troubles here. All right. You do it a little higher because you want your stem. What this is called right here, I was calling it the whatever is in the middle of a leaf. What's it called? And so my husband looked it up. He's like, it's a midrib. There you go. So if you do the PDF tutorial, if you buy that, and you'll see that's what I call it. I call it the middle of the leaf, called midrib. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So cool. So be great for Thanksgiving. You wouldn't even have to put I'm thankful. You could do happy birthday, or I'm thinking of you, or you know, a million different things you could say. That would work on that card. Just a very shiny, shiny card. I love it. Okay, so that's all about autumn. And I have another card that I will show you. I can't show you for a while. I will explain that when I show it. But I do have the cards that I'm going to show you that are all with that sweet stamp set dies. This is where I keep my adhesive sheets. I have it in its own little pocket. That way I can keep all the scraps and stuff, because you can use all those things. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you the cards. There's 4 of them, and let's see. I was like, how am I gonna? Okay, I'll start with this one. I'm thankful with a grateful heart. This one, autumn, teaches us that change can be beautiful. Happiest of birthdays. And then this one, hope you're feeling better soon. Okay, so PDF for that. It has pictures, several pictures. It has measurements. It has step-by-step instructions, and it lists all the supplies, Stampin' Up! Supplies that I used to make the card. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know. Hope everyone's having a great day. See ya.